This is Jeremiah speaking. Today I want to talk about what's happening in the world of boxing with freaking Ryan Garcia, also known as Queen Garcia, because he'd be going on Instagram as usual, saying the N-word and that he hates black people, and that and on top of that, he's being an Islamophobe, that Islam supports pedophilia. Now, is he saying this because of Devin Haney, who happens to be black and Muslim? Or he's just saying that he hates Islam and black people in general? Or maybe he's just under the influence of drugs and alcohol and that he needs help. I don't know. And then they start asking people who look like Ryan from the Latino community, guys like Fernando Sr., Fernando Jr., and the Vargas family. Let's see what they have to say when this interviewer started asking this question about Ryan Garcia and his and what happened on Instagram.
We're gonna find him, and he's gonna get paid some more extra money as he should, El Malo should. So, at the end of the day, we do our job, and we do it professionally. That's why it's called professionalism. Being a professional, not an amateur, anymore.
Just wait for it, sorry.
Because what he did, he missed weight, not giving a damn, and at the end of the day, you're not your brother.
Okay, there's the question.
You guys saw what happened yesterday with him on Twitter, man. Do you think that's going to be on his mind? Do you think that affects him? Ryan's not here to show him his support. I know Ryan, and when Sean fights, Ryan shows up. He supports him.
I pray over him because everybody has their own demons, and that sometimes when you're in the spotlight, it's kind of hard because you have a glass on you. So I pray over him. I hope he gets the right help that he needs because, there's everybody that has their demons. And
How horrible do you think Sean feels that his brother, a superstar in the sport, is not even here to support him or be at the weigh-in or be there every step of the way? I know that. Man, the unity of my family, my boys, I got,
Been here all fight week.
I've been here all fight week because they...
Okay, you heard it. They don't want to address what happened on Instagram. They're not going to address it. The only thing they said is, I hope Ryan gets help. He's mentally ill, and at least our family is united, and we're there for each other, unlike the Garcia family. Is this the best response they can give out? Like, how? One of your own people, the Latino, specifically Mexican American, Ryan Garcia, just said the N-word, and he just said bad things about Islam. Like, how are you not speaking about this? I understand it's none of your business, but you as a Latino should condemn what Ryan said. Not put it on the side or defend it. You should condemn what Ryan said. But then again, these guys don't care. They just care about themselves. They don't care about the well-beings of others, and that they should support what's good and they should go up against what's bad. That's what they should do. We all human beings should do that. And here's another video. Let me go search for it. Okay, and this one is a video about ex-professional boxer Sean Porter. Shout out to him. Where he talks about the video on Instagram, Ryan saying the N-word. So we're gonna hear his response.
I wanted to take a look at it just to see what it was, and complete opposite of what I thought it was, man. And it was really, it seemed, I'm I'm not even gonna say it seemed. It was derogatory, you know. And I didn't think it going into it. I didn't think it was gonna be what it was, you know. All that being said, man, it's really time. It's time for him to slow down and take a step back. I'll go out on a limb and say this as well. I got a feeling, knowing how he got where he's gotten to this point, outside of the ring, there could be some fear in him pausing that. He knows people want to see you posting. People want to see you live. People want to see you in action. And when you're MIA, a lot of times, I really don't think it's going to be this way in his case, but a lot of times people will move on and they will forget about you. He's got to drop it. He's got to let all that go, and he's got to focus on himself, focus on his health, focus on his daily life, and strengthen all of it. I hate to even sound like I'm judging him because we all have things that we can improve on, but the difference is not very many of us are exposing these things. I think he's really exposed himself, and it made me sad when I watched and heard what I saw. And I just hate to see anybody.
I'm sure it offended you as well over making you sad.
It didn't offend me. It made me sad, and I think it didn't offend me because I know him. I don't know him that well, but I know like the heart that's inside of him, and so it's saddened me to see him not display the good, wholesome kid that he was all the way up until a year ago. You know.
Yeah.
Video progress by 3
Okay.
seconds of 6 minutes.
First and foremost, I would like, on behalf of the Latino community, I would like to apologize to the black people in America, black people in general, for the actions of Ryan Garcia. I absolutely condemn what Ryan says, and I'd also like to apologize on behalf of the Latino community, and I would say Christian community, to my Muslim brothers and sisters, for the actions of Ryan Garcia. I mean, I have nothing against Islam. Ryan, on the other hand, does, even though he's worshiping a man, a white man. Even though Jesus is not a white man, he was a Palestinian Jew with brown skin and dark hair. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely condemn what Ryan says. So my apologies to the Islamic community and the black community for the actions of Ryan. I am free from his actions. I am free from Ryan Garcia. I have nothing to do with him whatsoever. As a Latino, born and raised in the U.S., and as a practicing Christian, I have nothing to do with the actions of Ryan Garcia. So my apologies to these two communities. But yeah, Sean says his piece. Sean said his piece, like Piece, piece. Yeah, it didn't offend him because he's a grown man, but at the same time made him sad. And he probably realized way before that racism still exists in sports, combat sports. You see, here's the thing. When it comes to fighting in the ring or in the octagon, they're not scared to fight this guy. But when it comes to real life issues outside the ring, like racism, discrimination based on your religion, they're scared to talk about it. Now, why are they scared to talk about it? Is it because of their bosses, their managers, their promoters? Are they promoters, boxers, and managers, the owners? Are they secretly racist? Are they secretly far-right wingers? One of the best examples is Dana White from the UFC. He is an open far-right winger and a supporter of Donald Trump. And Let me show you a clip, another clip. Sorry, there's a commercial right there. Here we go.
Hey everyone, I am Dana White, the president of the UFC. Many of you know who I am, what I do, and that I am friends with the president. I spoke at this convention 4
President
years
Trump.
ago, and I'm back because I believe
Dictator Trump.
we need President
Emperor
Trump's
Trump.
leadership now more than ever. Before the pandemic, President Trump built the greatest economy in our nation's history. And
Okay, so he pretty much openly admits that he supports Donald Trump and is Republican as well. Here's another video, but there's another video of him sending a message to Christian fighters to not talk about Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Last question. Of course, you weren't in Florida.
Ariel
A
Helwani.
bit of a controversial moment for Romero, and I know this is a very positive thing. I'm not trying to rain on that parade. Quite frankly, I don't feel like it was as controversial as some may think, but I just wanted to get your take on what happened.
no, it wasn't controversial at all, but the reality is this. You just won the biggest fight of your career, you know? America doesn't want to hear your thoughts on Jesus, and, you know, keep that stuff at home. Religion, politics, all that stuff. When you're out there fighting and you're being interviewed, they want to hear about the fight. It's awesome that you love Jesus. Love Jesus all you want. Just don't have to do it publicly.
You don't think he said what a lot of people thought, right?
I know he didn't say that. I know he didn't say it. Everybody knows he didn't say that. Yeah, I mean, people react to everything. But if you would just keep that stuff, you know, talk about your fight. You know, people don't want to be preached to.
Dana White pretty much describe how the far right and how America is not a Christian country. He is right, and he is right. I mean, most Republicans are either agnostic, atheist, or just simply don't care about religion, especially Christianity. And America is not a Christian country. It's a secular democratic country. Because if this was a Christian country, why do people go to bars and drink? Why do people do drugs? Why are there homosexual pride parades in every major city? Exactly. Don't call America a Christian country. And these far-right clowns claim it was those far-right clowns, they claim it's a Christian country, but then you got far-right supporters like Dana White saying that don't talk about Jesus, talk about MMA instead. So yeah, Republicans, conservatives, they're hypocrites, liars, and they're devils as well. And as for Ryan Garcia, Queen Garcia, he needs to repent. He needs to truly repent. Not to the priest, not to any man, not to idols, but to God and God alone. And as for all the Latinos out there, if you see racism or anything that's considered bad, forbidden, call it out. Speak up. Racism is wrong. Discrimination based on a person's religion is wrong as well. I mean, we love the person. We should love the person, but not what they teach or what they promote. My religion doesn't teach hate, discrimination, rape, homosexuality, pedophilia. Doesn't teach any of that stuff. It teaches do good, go against evil, worship God and God alone, do charity, help out others, be a brother, just Do God's work instead. Don't do the devil's work. Yeah. This is exactly what we need to do. What UFC fighters and boxers need to do. They need to call out racism. Anything that's considered bad, they have to talk now. I mean, this is America, right? Freedom of speech. Only in America. Only in America. But if you don't look American, no freedom of speech for you. Well, guess what? This is my country. My ancestors has been in this continent for thousands of years. Who are you to tell me what should I do? What should I say? That's all I have to say. Brian Garcia needs to repent from his sins. Sins of drunkenness, sins of drug use, the sin of having sex outside of marriage with strange women, women he doesn't know, and sin of racism. Whatever he's going through, he needs to repent and turn to God. And Dana White and all the Trump supporters, they need to repent. They definitely need to repent. And last but not least, free Palestine from the river to the sea. That's all I have to say. This is Jeremiah signing out. Peace.